Morena, tan rico que se ve, morena, mira como mueve, así, morena, mira como goza, goza, morena, mira como toma, tómalo, morena, tan rico que se ve, morena, mira como mueve, así, morena, mira como goza, goza, morena, mira como toma, tómalo. Esperando pa' tu tiempo, mi amor para ti no es un ejemplo. Y ahora tú me digas que tú sabes que yo soy para ti como la clave permanente. Esto es pa' tu mente, quiero ser tuyo por siempre. Y yo quiero que te sientas como yo me siento. Mira por ejemplo. Siempre voy a estar aquí a tu lado. Nunca me voy a cansar. Solamente yo te quiero enseñar qué tan caro es. Mírate qué tan caro es. Yo quiero mi morena, tan rico que se ve. Morena, mira como mueve. Así, morena, mira como goza, goza. Morena, mira como toma, toma mi morena. Tan rico que se ve. Morena, mira como mueve. Así, morena, mira como goza, goza.
Ahora tú me dices que tú sabes.
Tómalo.
Te veo bailando, te veo gozando, te veo andando por la calle, mi morena. Yo sigo pensando, si yo sigo pensando que yo te quiero en mi brazo, mi morena. Yo te quiero en mi brazo, mi morena.
Quiero mi morena, tan rico que se ve.
Morena,
Mira como mueve, así.
morena,
Mira como goza, goza.
morena,
Mira como toma, toma mi morena. Tan rico que se ve.
morena,
Mira como mueve, así.
morena,
Mira como goza, goza.
morena,
Mira como toma, tómalo.
morena, qué suave, morena, ay qué linda, morena, qué gustosa, morena,
Goza.
morena, ay mi more, morena, ay mi more, morena,
Tómalo.
morena, ay 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 mi morena, ay 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 mi morena, ay 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 mi morena, ay 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 mi morena.
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for urge to snatch. Cops give a damn about a nickel. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and let them deal to brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I love to go back to when we played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way it is, just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the waste, take the evil out the people. They'll be acting right, 'cause both black and white are smoking crack tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. Kill each other. It takes skill to be real, time to kill each other. And although it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president. Oh, it ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change, never change. Trying to show another way, but you staying in a dope game. Ooh, now tell me what's some mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. Yeah, you gotta operate the easy way. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Selling crack to the kids, I gotta get paid. Well, hey, well that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way it is, just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just the way it's done. Things will never be the same.
I know we all make mistakes. I know it's hard to change. Why wouldn't you when you knew that you were causing me pain? And maybe I was willing to, but why did you let me give you much too much? Don't know what I expected. Tell me, did you mind too much? I had to lie to be by your side. Mama c'est blind. I found myself, found. I found myself, found. Eu não tô magoada, nem amargada, porque fica zangada com peixe que não voa, com frio que não amona, com deserto sem água. Não te posso forçar a ser alguém que não é. Não me senti segura dependendo de você. I know it may be hard to hear, but it's harder to say. Saí, procurei. I found myself, found myself, found I found myself, found myself, found. I don't wanna need, if this is what it means. Never ask you to die for me, just wanted you to try for me. I could never rely on you like you relied on me, like you relied on me. They say brush is meant for shoulders, not for hips. You believed every lie that left your lips high. Rather know the truth than cling to fallacy. Afraid that I will see it's right in front of me. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Find it, find it, find it, find it, find it, find it. Da 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 No texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
Check 1 1 2. Let's go.
In this moment,
Yes.
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Yes.
Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No need to say
No.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Ooh,
Let's go.
susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem,
No.
Like,
'cause I know what I'm
Right, baby.
getting into.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing can stop me,
No.
'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies. Yeah.
hey, we are back. We are back.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Happy to everyone that's out here tonight at another episode of the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast, what we call the BBR. We'll be here to bring the real, have grown folk discussions, and have fun doing it. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in tonight. Shout out to Jay Haywood. You know what I'm saying? 9635. I see you in the house. You know what I'm saying? Wifey in the house. I see Big Mike is in the house. You know what I'm saying? And he know how we do it. I know he always got something to say about shit I be talking about. Hey, so you know what it is. We talk about it all the time. Get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man Big Mike said, get you some juice. But you got to leave them pills alone, because them mugs will kill you. Shout out to Cat for Life Rainbow. I see you new in the house. A few new subscribers that came in. So shout out to y'all for doing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what's that? Ryan Derringer. You know, B1Z. Okay. All right. I see. You know, it is what it is. You know. So hey, it is what it is. You know how we are. We're on two different platforms on this StreamYard, you dig? So if you're on phone mode, you can always go on the phone mode. If you want to see it on the widescreen, you know, to go on the mode to go on widescreen mode. You know, it just gives us more of an opportunity to get out there to a broader audience and do what we do. I see Sweetness is in the house. Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Come on in with your glitter sandals on and your boy shorts and your tank top. It's 95 degrees in the house.
It's time for the percolator.
It's a bunch of people out here. People out here, living their life.
It's time for the percolator.
We approaching the end of the year.
It's time for the percolator.
So, you know how motherfuckers out south and out west do. Work that shit. All right.
Behave. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I hope everyone had a good week. I hope everyone's getting ready for our holiday weekend. This is the home stretch right now. We got Christmas coming up this week, New Year's Eve and New Year's the next following week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I'm an old man. I don't do that shit no more. I told you I'm retired. They had their chance. They had the opportunity to see me when I was out there enjoying myself. But, you know, we all see how that shit's going right now. And it ain't going too good. Ain't too many, people that's in them circles that's really coming out to have a good time, network, and, build and have a good life. But it is what it is, I'm not going to sit here and shit on the fact that I didn't enjoy myself during the 12, 13 years I was a part of that little circle. But, it is what it is. I saw a lot of stuff. I met a lot of people. I saw a lot of dysfunction. And I just got tired. So, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, it happens, But, yeah, I'm on a whole different level right now. And we getting ready to approach 2026. We got a whole lot of stuff to do and a whole lot more work that's ahead of us. So I'm not about to do a long soliloquy. I know y'all see the title is this here live stream. And I know some of y'all probably like, well, damn, who's Steve Coakley? Steve Coakley was a brother that was here in Chicago in the earlier days, at least 40 years back, community activist, back when community activism wasn't that popular, back when the internet didn't put you in the light like that. That was one of them brothers that really had his boots to the grind and was out here with the people, But unfortunately, he's no longer here with us. And it's a sad thing because he had a lot of knowledge. He had a lot of information to give to people that needed knowledge of self. No, he wasn't a radical. No, he wasn't trying to start off some Black Lives Matter organization to get millions of dollars off of the pain of the black people and the black communities, you know, tragedies. He was really trying to awaken people's eyes. He's been gone almost 13 years now, but while he was here, he left an impression on me, other people that's in the circle that know who I'm talking about, and he left a long lasting legacy for his family. But anyway, but before we get to that, we're gonna get to the dysfunction as what's become after all the freedom fighters, after all the revolutionaries, after all the people that stood for truth, justice, and righteousness in our community has either gave up, gave out, or got put out by either our own or powers to be that we have no control over. And while all that was going on, there was a whole nother agenda that was happening. Okay. There was a whole nother agenda that was happening amongst our people. And that's introducing us to a different lifestyle, a different kind of mindset, a different kind of culture, a different kind of admiration of something that is nothing but destructive, nothing that's going to help us for our families, nothing that's going to help us for the betterment of our people, nothing that's going to help us for the upliftment of the black race here and abroad. It's been really a design plan to keep us dumbed down. It's been really a plan to keep us ignorant, a caricature, um, some kind of a meme, some kind of something that we can laugh at, in our private spaces and even in public. And it's a shame because we've allowed it as a collective in our community to do this. Yeah. Do we have success in our communities in certain sections and pockets in this society? Yeah, we do. Do we have some people that try to really give something to others that is more or less fortunate to try to help them either through a day, through a week, give them knowledge to try to build for themselves? Because as an individual, we can only do so much for others. All right. We have to really understand, in order for our people to stop bitching and moaning and complaining about what we ain't got, what we used to have, what was taken from us, make all these, claims and excuses for why we're in the position that we are right now, we still have to look at upon ourselves. We still have to look at, okay, that happened in that part of history, that happened in that community, that happened in that city, that happened in that country, wherever the case may be. But what are you doing? What moves are we doing as an individual to make it better for those that can at least give more to others? That's the question. Keanu Reeves. Oh man, I know this ain't the real Keanu Reeves, but shout out to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Go sleep, grandma. Okay. I don't know what it means, but anyway, um, you gotta explain that last little thing that you just said. But it's how can I explain this? We make too many excuses for the downfall and our shortcomings in our community. We do. If y'all new, hit the like button on the way in. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to tune in to the Black Bottom Roscast and subscribe. I appreciate all of my newer subscribers. I am almost hitting my first goal, but I'm still a long ways to go. I'm trying to get to 500 before the end of the year, but I know I'm not going to get it. But I will say this: if I can get 200 by the end of the year, I got something special. I got a special live stream that's going to happen when I get to my 200 subscriber. I know I'm at the bottom. This is Black Bottom Roscast, and I'm just trying to do what I do. But there's a lot of parables that goes on in our communities that we make too many excuses for why we are in the position that we're in. A lot of it got to deal with how we look at social media. A lot of it has to deal with the fact that a large portion of us are using social media for some kind of self gratification. We're in a technical era now where we can reach millions in our own city, in our own state, and around the world. But instead of really utilizing this technology in a way where we can network truly to our people and those abroad and those that might need a helping hand or an ear or anything to that matter to make them go another step forward. We tend to use this platform or these platforms for selfish reasons. We tend to use these platforms to glorify ourselves. Um, some of us use this platform to scam, present yourself as something that you're not, all for the sake of monetary gain. And there's a place for people like that. And a lot of us is getting caught up all in the mix and is all tangled up like speaker wise at a party and shit. If I want to bring it to a layman's term. But I think after tonight's live stream, you're gonna kind of get a better idea where I'm really coming from as far as what I want to present to you, and also as far as what I want to teach you. Because I understand that everyone has their own mind's eye. Everyone has their own direction. Everyone has their own um, idea how they want to live life. And you're entitled to that, because you're an individual. I can't live through your eyes just like you can't live through mine. But I feel that if people have knowledge that they can convey to others, I think that'll do a whole lot more good than just keeping that all to yourself and just thinking, oh man, I know everything. Well, I'm better than you because I know this, because I did this and I did that. You know, real revolutionaries, real freedom fighters, real oracles of knowledge didn't think like that. What's sad is that there was a lot of people throughout our history that had that energy, that had that mindset, that had that this is what I'm going to do for not just for me, but for my people. And a lot of them got ridiculed, got talked about, some got deleted and got forgotten about. And we can't forget about those that try to help us in our past. You say the ministry, okay. But you was gonna show a spit, emoji. Okay, all right, okay. Thank you. Um it's all good, man. I didn't take it as such. See, and that's another thing. People that want to get on these platforms, people that want to be content creators and things like that, don't be upset and get in your feelings just because somebody doesn't agree with what you're talking about. Don't get all in your feelings just because you're saying something that's you're trying to convey to others that's coming from your heart, and just because some hater that is a miserable piece of shit don't like what you're saying, so they want to
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
be twerking all in your comment section. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you gotta brush that off. You gotta laugh at them. Now, if it gets too belligerent, then hey, put them on blast. Fuck it. Shout out to Messy Michonne. She do that shit all the time. She's done better in that because I'm quite sure she still gets a lot of haters on her platform. And for those that don't know, I look at a lot of different other content creators on YouTube, and a lot of them are doing their thing. Hey, I'm a small fry. I'm trying to catch up with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do the best I can to make good content, for it to be enjoyable, to be informative, and for us to have a good time. And you not be like, oh, what the fuck did I just listen to? What kind of shit is this? What is he on? You know, I don't want you to feel that way as far as when you look at, my channel. Like I say, I'm a long ways from the highways as far as what I'm trying to do with this. But, with time and consistency and, people like you guys that tune in, the ones that's watching, hit the like button on the way in, the ones that watch it on the replay, gang, great. Those that share it with your friends, families, and, people like that. And we all congregate and do what we do, you know, we'll get to a certain level. I'm trying to get into that. Oh, always hit the like button. If nothing else, hit the like button. I know you see what's scrolling on the bottom. You got any ideas? We hit the email. If you want to donate to the channel, hey, great. I ain't begging you to do it. I tell you that. I'm not Umar Johnson. I don't need donations. Donations every 5 seconds. I'm not going to tell you that. I want to give you the real. I want us to have grown folks conversations, and I want us to have a good time doing it. But before we go, shit, we about to go on. I think I done rambled enough with my own little, you dig? I'm quite sure y'all been hearing about what's been going on with Black Lives Matter. A lot of people out here were supporting them. So tough. So tough. Y'all thought they was the next coming of the civil rights movement.
Former BLM OKC.
Right. But now the hammer is going down. So without further ado, shout out to Mr. Michelle for putting this out here about BLM activists arrested after eating $50,000 in Uber Eats, but it's more to it than that. But this is what our people is doing with each other now in the streets.
That's a lot of acronyms. Executive director indicted. Prosecutors allege she diverted millions in donated funds into personal accounts. She faces up to 20 years per count in federal prison. Does anyone do right, y'all? Bueller. Does anyone do right, y'all? Bueller. Shout out to It's On Site. When you bitches get mad about this story, carry your funky asses on over to the fucking blogs where we get the fucking stories from. Federal prosecutors have unsealed an indictment charging Tashella Dickerson, also known as Sherry Amore. How the fuck is she known as Sherry Amore? The former ED of Black Lives Matter, Oklahoma City, with wire fraud and money laundering. There is a lot of wire fraud and money laundering going on here in these United States, child. According to the indictment, Dickerson served as ED of BLM OKC beginning in at least 2016. 2016? Okay. And had access to the organization's bank, PayPal, and Cash App accounts. While BLM was not itself a registered 501c3, it accepted charitable donations through a fiscal sponsorship agreement with the Alliance for Global Justice, which required the funds to be used only for approved social justice purposes. Social justice scam. Prosecutors allege that between June 2020 and at least October 2025, you got away with this for 5 years, diverted funds intended for bail assistance.
Yeah, diverted got as much as $90 million from people off the backs of situations like Trayvon Martin, George Floyd. And what's the crazy thing about it is those two individuals, when you really look into the meat of the matter of their background, of their history, those wasn't the most pleasant kind of people that you want to start a movement up under. What about the sister here recently, not too long ago, here in Chicago, that got jumped by those teenagers and grade school kids, in front of her children? What about her? What about, the girl, I forgot, this happened a few years ago. You probably remember it when I explained it about the situation when the police raided an apartment where a man and a woman was living because they thought that these people were selling, substances, and they went to the wrong apartment and they shot that girl down dead in her place. Where was Black Lives Matter for that? There's countless other stories. I just can't come across my head with it right now. What about, helping the communities, with the gang violence, all the deletions that these gangs were doing over frivolous things? Where was Black Lives Matter here in Chicago when the whole South Side has went to shit? Where was Black Lives Matter when these migrants started coming into these communities, taking over a lot of Black people's communities and bringing this fentanyl and all this other shit in? Where was Black Lives Matter for that? Oh, I forgot. They're getting indicted right now. All right, let's go.
I wonder if they're still in jail. And social justice initiatives for her personal use. Let me guess what she used it for. Trips, cars, houses.
This is amazing.
Spiders, makeup, weave. I'm just guessing. Blah, blah. Let's just hear this.
Alert, a BLM executive indicted for embezzling millions in donations and spending it on vacation, shopping, houses. Senior national correspondent Kevin Cork has the details.
The only reason he don't say spiders, makeup, and weave because this is Fox. Shout out to me. Is this the only way that y'all can get houses and cars and vacations is to steal it? What happened to all?
I guess in today's time, in today's society, as much as people want to flex on social media, I guess that's the only way y'all can do it. Scamming, catfishing, stealing, robbing. I mean, that's always been a thing in this society. You can't not have nothing that no one's ever robbed you of. But this like white collar crime, this shit is off the chain. There is more white collar crime, and this is what this shit is. Just so y'all know, when you like have like so-called non-for-profits and you get donations and grants and things like that, and you're supposed to be this pillar of society to try to help the downtrodden, the less fortunate, the disenfranchised, and then you utilize this money for yourself. You utilize the money to take trips, buy property, eat, sleep. Like what Scarface said, this is what it's all about, money. Eating, drinking, fucking, sulking. It's crazy, man.
All this sisterhood and helping the sisters. Whenever anybody gets an opportunity, you stealing. Shout out to Big Tiff, allegedly. Go ahead and make sure you vote for a black woman because she black, you black, we black, everybody black. Make sure you vote for them. They're gonna help black people help themselves. Over it. Shout out to my fave. He said an angel gets its wings when Messi says funky. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Half damn crazy.
Details, Kevin. Crazy stuff, my friend. Authorities say over a 5-year period, 52-year-old Tashella Sharia Moore Dickerson, just like the song, the executive director of Black Lives Matter OKC, diverted more than $3 million in return bail checks right into her very own bank accounts.
Y'all, these people are so stupid. These people are so stupid. $3 million, so nobody thought that anybody would be missing that shit. But then again, over there in Minnesota, they got away with $250 million, so why not, right? Wow. I hope it was worth it for them good 5 years. Throw away the key. Shout out to CIP. Shout out to CIP member for 20 months. I see you. I appreciate you, boo. He said, so many angels just flying around. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the channel members. I see you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I wonder who's rotting in jail, though.
And tonight, thanks to a 25-count federal indictment.
Woo! Anybody interested? Bueller? Anyone interested?
I mean, this, Mashawn, you just gotta understand the whole organization. Candace Owens actually put this in an expose that she did on her page. If you're not subscribe to Candace Owens. I would advise you to go over to her YouTube page, subscribe to it, and search for that in particular documentary that she talked about, BLM. And she breaks down things that is in evidence and is, public record of what Black Lives Matter has actually done. And what kills me is that so many progressives, so many liberals, so many Democrats was all for this movement. And we're literally incite people after the George Floyd situation to burn down businesses and then spread all over the country. Hell, there was people doing shit like that in Chicago. There was people doing that in Philly and other cities. Whereas these businesses said, you know what? I'm gonna get my insurance and I'm getting the fuck out of town. Y'all want to keep we got a damn Walmart in the hood, and not only we got to deal with customers coming up in this motherfucker stealing, we got to deal with the goddamn employees up in this fucking stealing. Then we got to deal with the fact that the employees is in cahoots with the motherfucking the patrons. So it was just like, you know what? Close it down. It used to be a Walmart like on the south side or off of Cottage Grove. They got tired of the bullshit. They shut that bitch down. There have been grocery stores that's been in the communities that was there for decades. Shut them down. Y'all talk about, oh man, we got these food deserts. The government's doing this. We out here struggling, and no one cares about what the fuck we doing, but bitch, y'all out here fucking it up. Because you want a quick come up. You want the most and receive the less. You want to get the most and put in the less work. You want to sit on your ass all day on your government phone with your free Wi-Fi. I've seen fucking flyers out here that is literally giving internet service for people with SSI and EBT. That is the most brokest, bummest shit I've seen. I'm sorry. I don't like that. I really don't. So just because, they got these situations going on in their life, okay, y'all giving them that. For what? What is the gain for a company to get monies off of people on SSI and government assistance for internet service? I'm sorry. I don't understand it. I do, but I guess that's going to be another, discussion for another time. Let's stay on course right here. And yeah, it's a holiday weekend, so I got a little time right now. I ain't got to go nowhere tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's a holiday week, so hey, let's keep on going.
Hey, sis.
And she faces up to 450 years behind bars and millions in potential fines. Dickerson charged with 20 counts of wire fraud and 5 counts of money laundering following a scheme in which she's accused of routing money intended for the group's programs into accounts that she controlled between June of 2020 and October of 2025. The indictment said she used the money for her own personal benefit, including travel to Jamaica and the Dominican Republic, tens of thousands of dollars in retail shopping, more than
scamming. Just like some of them Nigerians. Yeah, I said it. The Nigerians came decades ago into this country and was scamming them. fuck out of our people. And others, that they was able to do that, for their citizenship and all this other shit, so they can bring their people into this country instead of doing this shit the right way. And guess whose watch that was up under when all these motherfuckers was scamming like this hard, like in the 90s. Guess what's running the country then? It wasn't Bush, because Bush got out of there like after 91. These Democrats, these progressives, these liberals, that was the beginning. I won't say that was the beginning, but in modern time, the Nigerians came up in here decades ago and started scamming our people. And it just got worse and worse. But now, we used to be a community that wanted to have something for ourselves. But now it has turned into, I just want it for myself. And if I have to get it off of your back, if I have to take from your children's mouths, if I have to destroy your financial stability, I don't care. What are you going to do? Right? Because you believe in the movement, right?
And 50 grand in food deliveries.
The jokes write themselves, child. The jokes write themselves. $50,000
That big bitch was eating good.
in order to fucking eat. I know you effing lying. I can't take
The
it.
racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means that it don't work for you the same.
And that's why she can't lose weight. She a big one. Okay? $50,000. You lazy at that, child? You can't even cook? What the
Also, a vehicle and 6 real estate properties as well. When contacted about the charges, a spokesperson for BLM says that they practice a, quote, model of decentralized leadership. Got it.
What the hell is a model of decentralized leadership? What the hell does that mean? Anyway.
Oh, and by the way, you've heard the expression, birds of a feather flock together. Well, I'm going to leave this right here.
Oh, is that you, Jan? Oh.
This ain't birds. This is more along the line of whales flock together to eat whatever. That's what the fuck that is. Ain't no birds of a feather. These motherfuckers is salamanders and fucking whales and silverbacks. Them big back motherfuckers. They eat everything. They tear up a fucking whole fucking colony for a piece of steak or some shit. Don't have no motherfucking salmon croquette in the house or no fucking just saying that. All right, let's go.
Jan, it don't look good for you, girl.
Jesse, that's Dickerson with Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Draw from that what you will. And while Dickerson is obviously presumed innocent until proven guilty, you may recall that BLM actually had a situation back in 2022 when the group, not the one from OKC, came under fire after allegedly making a $6 million property purchase in California using donor funds. Some things don't change.
Fox News alert, a BLM executive.
I tell you. Now let's read some of the comments. Keita said decentralized means you.
Right, Breonna Taylor. That's who, yeah. You knew exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about that situation about the police that went to that apartment. It was the wrong apartment. Yeah, Breonna Taylor. Exactly. Where was Black Lives Matter for her? They shot that woman like a dog in her fucking house at 1 something in the goddamn morning. And it wasn't even a house. It was like a apartment or two over. They went to the wrong address. arrested the boyfriend. I think they wound up getting something out of it as far as the families. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they got some kind of compensation for it, but it doesn't pay for the fact that this woman unjustly lost her life because of unprofessionalism with the police force at that time and the police officers that was doing that in particular raid. You know, and from what I understood, they had the address of what they were looking for whatever reason they wanted to go to that apartment. Yeah, yep. Breonna Taylor, that was her name. Rest in peace to her. Shout out to her family.
You stole it. You get to keep it. Let me see. Let's see if we get a comment up. But white people do it too. But white people do it too. Or Trump is a 34-count felon. Let's see. What about the white one? Shout out to me. Shout out to me. If I don't know, nobody knows. The very first fucking comment. Y'all, you cannot make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Look at the second comment. Oh my God. Hold on, where'd the mouse go? They tripping about a couple thousand. Did they not hear the number? They tripping about a couple thousand when the president's stealing billions. And by the way, his burned chips looking ass need to wipe some of that eyeliner off his eyebrows, Uncle Tomboy Frank. I don't know what that means. You colors is crazy. You colors are crazy. But Trumpstein pardoned a billionaire, CZ, the founder of Binance cryptocurrency. I don't know what this means. Who money laundered money to Al Qaeda, Hamas, and ISIS. Oh, they caked up makeup. I couldn't even pay the story no attention. BLM had nothing to do with black people. It was all about getting the black man out the house and supporting the LGBT ABCDs, child. What did she buy? No shade. Mother looks thrifty and struggling. Shut up.
And just so you guys know, Black Lives Matter was started by a whole group of people in the gay community. And all they wanted to do was scam their own people. I guess these were people that were teased and ridiculed and chased and beat up when they were young because they were coming out the closet, so to speak. Right? They get a little education about themselves, they get a little educational skills about themselves. So I guess these people all decided that, hey, you know what? We're gonna stick it to these niggers that then gave us all this hell because we want to live the life that we want to live, even though, in the Bible, they said it's an abomination, but, they so godly and Christian and shit like that and think it's cool. I mean, hey, to each his own. I mean, you do what you do in your own, bedroom and shit like that. That's your business. But like I've said before, when you present it to children that are very impressionable and searching to find themselves as individuals, and you put this kind of madness in front of them, don't be surprised when they start questioning who they are. Okay. I know it's all good in the hood, when the money's on the wood, but don't be like questioning what you do around children when they come of age and start doing what you're doing. Don't feel a certain way about it. Don't get upset. Don't like, oh no, just don't do that. Just accept the fact that it's because of you that they're even thinking like that. Shout out to Heavy Gant and others that have this philosophy. You know, a scattered house, scattered brain, scattered mind. You know, people that, and that can mean anything. You know, scattered house could be how you live and how you move out here in this world. If you're just all over the place and just doing whatever, expect those that look up to you to try to emulate what you're doing because they look up to you. Don't get upset when they're doing the same thing you're doing and moving and acting when you're not giving them any other alternatives of something better. And this has been a problem not only in the black community, but in other communities across the board. You know, so we're not going to just point this out with just one group right now because this is a collective thing. But what's been pissing in the wind is these high-powered organizations that is taking advantage of the less fortunate people in our community. They didn't got paid and got rich off of black people's misery, sorrows, and pain. And y'all don't feel any way about it? I have not heard no one say anything behind this in the black community. I have not even heard their community condemning this action. So what does that tell y'all? A lot of us don't give a fuck. A lot of us don't care. Yeah, Kenwood Liquors, you know, all that. That used to be the spot back in the day. I don't know what made them shut down. I remember, oh my God, I'll never forget it. This had to be like about maybe 2008, 2009, right? This when I was still living on the South Side. And me and a family member of mine that I don't fuck with no more, and the person who he was with and shit like that. We all, and had a car I was driving, had a old school Chrysler Fifth Avenue back then, sitting on rims. Man, I was a target for the police, of course, but I wasn't doing anything illegal. I just liked nice old school cars, and I just wanted to, you know, stunt like that at that time. I was able to do that. I had it, so I did it. But anyway, I went to Kenwood. This is where I got it from. And there was a brand of alcohol. It was vodka. And it had this pretty ass frosted purple, you know, color to it. And it had Jimi Hendrix picture on it, face on it. And it was called Jimi Hendrix Electric Vodka. It was everything what the fuck that shit said on the label. I ain't even gonna lie. I bought a fifth of that shit. Decent price. Maybe it was less than $30. Some bullshit. But boy, if that that was some good ass vodka. It wasn't like sour tasting. It didn't give you a big messed up aftertaste. It was really smooth, but it was really fucking potent. Okay. We got so messed up off that one bottle. It was about maybe 3 or 4 of us that was drinking on that one bottle. I couldn't go home. I was stuck. I had to stay where the fuck I had to stay at. I was not about, and it was in the middle of the winter. I was not about to try to drive home from the east side of Chicago, the eastern part of Chicago, past 55th and Halsted. I wasn't about to do it. I'm like, look, hey, we here, I'm here. That's a spot in the corner. Yeah, that's where the fuck I laid at for the rest of the night. And I wish I kept that bottle because that shit was a collector's item. And for whatever reason, they stopped selling it. And I was kind of mad at the time, but I understood it because whoever was presenting this in particular brand didn't get permission from the estate. So basically they were plagiarizing. They were stealing. They were making a lot of money off this in particular, thing off of someone that people knew about, and the family didn't get anything off of it. So they filed a lawsuit. Obviously, the lawsuit went into the Hendrick family, favor, and all of a sudden that shit went off the shelves. Stop scamming your people, man. Stop scamming motherfuckers in the sake of somebody else's hard work or image or shit like that. That's what you need to stop doing.
Not the low mo, that's funny. Meanwhile, our president is a 34-count convicted felon and spent not one day in jail. Make it make fucking sense. You think that you have white privilege? I thought y'all don't like white people. Why y'all always worrying about what the fuck white people are doing? Y'all don't give a fuck about white people, and you give a fuck about white people, and you always worrying about fucking white people, and then you go do wrong and think that you're... If y'all know, am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? If they keep saying, if black people say that black people don't get the same justice, black people are over policed, black people have to worry about white supremacy, discrimination, redlining, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to be treated the same. Nothing.
But if black people stop shooting each other in the fucking streets every night, if black people stop hanging out on the corners all night selling, substances to their own people, destroying their lives just so they can get a couple of chews and fuse and shit. If black people stop tainting our children, touching on them, messing up their minds, if black people really focus on education and getting out of a bad situation, if black people really stop trying to scheme and scam people's bank accounts, maybe we wouldn't have all this fucking bullshit in our community like that with the police, huh? I don't know. Maybe I don't know nothing. If black people stop fucking having these fake ass goddamn non-for-profits that's really profiting off of people and fighting and fucking up events and fucking up venues and shooting and deleting each other and messing around with other people's fucking relations, getting everybody all involved in they bullshit, always quawking on fucking Facebook, maybe the police won't look at us like that. I don't know.
Nothing works out for us, then why are you doing this shit, Bueller? If nothing ever works out for us and we always get the worst end of the stick, then why are you doing it? Bueller? Anybody? Anyone? I'm confused. So it's the same old, like I always say, you actually do know, and not even necessarily about this, but y'all actually do know. You just choose to do what you want to do. And then you think that once you get caught, you can just say, why supremacy, discrimination, and racism, and child, that shit just ain't working no more. I see y'all gonna continue to do it. Keep talking about Donald Trump. Keep on with your TDS. You're not going to change it. It's not going to change. He's still your 47th president or the 47th president. Keep focusing on him. Keep focusing on him. You think that hurts him? Y'all keep doing this shit, and then you're like, but white people do it too. Clearly, they must do it better than y'all. Because all y'all getting caught. And we've covered plenty of white people doing dumbass things who are getting caught and sent to jail as well. Am I saying everything is equal? Ain't nobody saying all that. But what you're not going to do is say this dumb shit and think that you're getting out of something just because you're saying, but Trump is a 34-count president. He's still, 34-count felon. He's still the president. What you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? Keep focusing on him instead of focusing on your damn self and what the fuck you need to do and following the fucking law so you can just live a normal life? Nah. Y'all want to go ahead and take advantage of something that
y'all can say 34 count, but that shit got dismissed. Just because you got convicted of something doesn't necessarily mean that you're that. How many of you niggas then got convicted of something? No, I won't say convicted, then got accused of something and it didn't stick. So I guess we can still say that about y'all, right? That just because it didn't stick, you still did it? You still that? Would you like that? If people looked at you like that, someone accused you of doing something, you go to court behind it, you get arrested behind it, you go to trial behind it, and then they drop the case. And do you still want people to look at you as such? I know y'all pick and choose who y'all want to convict and who y'all want to exonerate, because y'all want to exonerate Diddy, but y'all want to fucking put R. Kelly in the fucking dirt. Y'all burying that man. And that man was a victim, just like these quote unquote victims. But y'all don't want to talk about that shit. You don't want to talk about his sister, the reason why he's the way he is. And I'm quite sure because she did him and did his younger brother. I guess y'all don't want to talk about his sister, right? Everybody just leaving her alone. She's the oracle behind it. But R. Kelly's the demon, right? Fuck y'all.
and that y'all didn't even read, and maybe you did, and decided that you wanted to do it anyway, cool. Here are your consequences. Since y'all already know that white people get away with so much, why you do it? You wanted to take that chance? Here are your fucking consequences. It ain't like you don't know. Y'all say it every day. Just like you worried about the police all the time, but y'all still act up, and your kids do the same thing. We just saw that shit yesterday. So y'all ain't too worried at the end of the day. So why you keep bringing it up? Somebody make it make sense. You keep bringing it up, and yet you keep playing into the same fucking scheme. You ain't learning shit. You ain't learning shit, clearly. So you think that just because you say, but white people do it too, that you're getting out of something? Child, ain't nobody got time for you colors. Y'all keep on though. It makes for great content.
Yeah, it does. And we gonna keep everybody posted with that shit. Hopefully, we'll find out more about what's going on with bum ass BLM. I never was into it like that when it first came out. I don't know what y'all was thinking about. All y'all got them want to buy them Black Lives Matter shirts and all this other shit. We're just riding the wave. And I'm just like, wow, okay. I guess. Even had white people marching for us. I know motherfuckers feel shitty finding out all this information about this organization and what their true agenda was. Like I said, if you want to really get an extensive, idea about what Black Lives Matter was really about, go over to Candace Owens' page and look at the documentary that she put out for it. It's gonna piss you off. I'm trying to tell you. But anywho, on to the next. Some more nigger shit. you know, and this is what our generation is. And what's the sad thing of it is, a lot of these youngsters, these, I guess you call it what, Gen Zers or whatever the hell, these early 20s, upper teenage year generation, they have no respect of anything. And this is supposed to be the future of the next generation of our culture. And if these motherfuckers is the future, man, let me go now. Like straight up. And my baby's gotta deal with this kind of bullshit. So shout out to Just a Girl Talk. It was a situation that happened where some young girls jumped an older sister for no reason. That's why you never support them. I never did either. I don't know who did, but I know you're feeling kind of shitty right now behind that. But this story is triggering. So I'm going to just let this cook for a minute.
A bitch. That was some pussy shit, y'all. Like, I literally got socked. I got pepper sprayed for nothing.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. And if you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. I mean, I can't talk to y'all enough about how young Black women are just becoming some of the worst people to walk this earth, the worst attitudes, violent, dangerous, hurtful, bullies, and we see it.
I mean, I see it, you see it, everyone sees it. It's like when you see a bunch of wig wearing ass teenager girls or a bunch of wig wearing, bad lace front, fucked up eyelash, bad makeup, cheap outfit wearing, furry fucking shoe having, stanky toe, walking ass heifers coming around with phones in their hands. You know it's about to be some bullshit. You know it's about to be some drama. You know it's about to be some disruption. They have no coup. They have no fucking manners. They have no respect for themselves. And they show the fuck don't have respect for others. So some of you, the mothers that raised these bitches, y'all should be real proud of yourself. But think about it. If they daughters is acting like that, you gotta look at how they acting. But
time and time again, we see it from the way that teachers speak about children in schools, the way that parents come online and talk about their own children, the way that the public comes on and talks about kids they interact with, young women that they interact with. It is a sad, sad, sad thing. And at this point, the young women who have been raised by their wild, ghetto, ratchet mothers produce and raise young, wild, and ratchet little girls who become young, wild.
What I just say? If you're seeing these young bitches acting like that, you go ahead and imagine what their mamas are. The apple don't fall that far from the tree, ladies and gentlemen. So if y'all coming into the chat, you're coming into the show, hey man, hit the like button on the way in. If you're new, please hit the subscribe. I need 8 more subscribers for 200. Let me get to 200 before the end of the year. I know I tried to say 500. Hey, it's a tall task. But if you can get me to 200 by New Year's, I will be happy. So let's go.
Dangerous, violent, and ratchet young women, older women. I'm going to share this video clip, a few of them for you guys to see and understand just how impulsive and how dangerous and just bullies, like pure bullies, just because they can be, just because, as I always say, everyone is looking for a viral moment. They want to tell a story time. And this woman is going to tell her story about how she got jumped and physically assaulted by a group of young Black women. I'm going to share the first part so you guys see the exchange, and I'm going to let y'all hear her break down what happened. So here's the first video. Let's come back and talk about it.
Bitch, you're ugly as fuck. Okay. And you have an ponytail, bitch. With your grown ass. A ponytail, bitch. Okay. A ponytail. With your grown ass. You have a.
And these are young girls, and they are like video recording for their own circle of crack babies. I'm trying to tell you, man. A lot of these youngsters that's coming up right now, either they alcohol babies or drug addict babies because of how they act, how they move, how they present themselves. I bet you ain't none of them got $1 in their pocket. I bet you they don't have no. I bet you they can half-ass read, but they sure know how to use them phones. This is why I'm saying, parents, this is what's fucking up these youngsters now. Giving these kids these electronic devices and not starting them off with the basic skills they need to deal with in life. This generation of technology is dumbing all of us down. Motherfuckers don't want to pick up a book no more. Library shit. Good luck. I bet you none of them know what a Dewey Decimal System is. Damn sure you ask them what's an encyclopedia, they're going to look at you like you crazy. Put a dictionary in their face, they're going to look at you and act like you done gave them the fucking plague. The laziness that I see in the Black community is really disheartening. The dysfunction that I'm seeing with single Black women having children is disgusting. And I'm not saying all, but there's a large number of Black women that are prepping their children to be on a milk carton, to be incarcerated, to be found in the trunk of a car, or be just like, if not worse than they are. This is what you ladies doing with your children. Because you know nothing about a family structure. You know nothing about being a wife to someone that could be your husband. You don't know nothing about anything but internet attention. You're getting attention for the wrong reasons. You're getting attention from people that don't really give a shit about you. You're getting attention from men that all they want to do is use you because how you present yourself. And then you get mad because you get a wet ass and get left high and dry. Because you have no standards. You have no coof. You have no self-respect. And a lot of it stems from your fucking upbringing. So yeah, I said it here. I'll say that shit, and I'll say it again. A lot of you single women ain't shit raising these kids. Y'all want to claim that the baby daddies ain't shit. Yeah, you're only saying one side of the story. I guess, there are three sides. His side, your side, and the truth. But a lot of y'all don't want to hear the truth. Because then y'all want to start, oh, man, y'all attacking us. Whatever, bitch. Men has been attacked in our community for the last 50 plus years. So fuck your feelings. How about that? Fuck your feelings if you feel that way. And women that seeing this dysfunction, start putting these bitches on blast. Stop hanging out with them. Stop entertaining their dysfunction. Because you're only enabling them to keep it going. It's like how y'all tell us, hey, y'all got to start holding us accountable. No, men hold men accountable. We don't move like how y'all move in our circle. We got a few here and there that's some bitch made niggas shot. Anyway, but we got a few, but not to the magnitude of you guys. Y'all got a whole colony. Y'all got gang. Y'all be gang banging the bullshit. Anyway.
Okay. In your head, bitch. Not a ponytail, bitch. You're only, bitch. You have no hair. You're bald-headed, bitch. You dusty ass bitch. I will really fire your shit. I'm dusty, but bitch, you dusty.
And this droopy y'all looking like she don't eat nothing but motherfucker oodles, noodles, and Skittles all goddamn day. Got the nerve to be talking about somebody with these badass hairstyles, these fucked up ass goddamn eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of this shit. It's bitches like them that I gotta look at they mamas. And we see it every day. Why these little fucking snotty nose don't know how to wash they pussy ass bitches up. Yeah, I said that shit. These be the bitches that you bum ass clubs be having at y'all parties, pop locking and dropping it, stanking up the whole tip. Ain't got the fucking nerve to fuck on them.
You in here, bitch. You're dusty. You came in here for what? You came in here for what? You came in here for what? You didn't even buy nothing. You walked in here for what? I hear stealing. I hear stealing, bitch. You're a goofy. You're a bum.
So as you can see, she's recording them talk about her, right? And just look at them. The wigs, the color, the attitude, just calling her all types of names. And she's going to share what exactly happened. But they followed her from one store to another store. And in her mind, she thought to just record it, not thinking anything else would come from it. But I want us to realize as women that we have been programmed to believe that men are the dangerous ones. We are programmed to believe, choose the bear over a man. That's what we've been programmed to believe. But you got women, young women, who follow you just to keep taunting and trying to bully and intimidate you. So you should not for a second.
And I feel bad for this woman, right? Because shortly after that interaction happened, them little stanky ass bitches followed that woman to another store, kept antagonizing her. One of the girls sprayed her in the face with mace, and they started beating her up. They assaulted her. Could have blinded her because one of her eyes was really badly, affected by the mace. Could have blinded this woman. Could have permanently. Now she was able to do that video after the fact, but it could have been worse. And this is where Black Lives Matter at. Where's the Urban League? Where's NAACP? Where's all these so-called organizations that's supposed to help our community? After y'all done let them motherfuckers in this system kill the Panthers. After y'all look at some circles of Black, learning, and y'all laughed at them and called them lame, called them nerds, called them fuck boys or fuck girls and all this other shit. Where they at? Remember all the different organizations that was coming up in the 80s and the 90s that was trying to galvanize our communities for the better? What happened to those? Everyone want to be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch rims on your Impala. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to stunt. Niggas want to have $1,000 outfit on and they ain't got nothing but $2 in their pocket. A motherfucker want to try to stunt and get a car they can't afford and can't pay their goddamn rent. All to impress niggas that don't give a fuck about your shit, but to try to take it from you. This is where we at in our community now.
Can't give them any grace or wait for anything to happen because you just never know. Why all of this? Why is this how y'all speaking and talking to a complete stranger? But this is all they see. Everybody's, again, I'm recording, they're recording her, she's recording them. But it's, again, we recording this so we can post it online. We're recording this to just tell this story time about how we beat somebody up, or she got a little ponytail, she wear this, she's that. Like, it's just sad. It's just they find anything to do. And you can tell that they young, because they saying to her, you're grown ass. But look at these young girls. Look at them. Look at them. It's just, this is the sad reality of our babies and who they are being raised to become. And
this is the problem in any Black neighborhood. Little bitches like them that roll in packs. You know they're young because they move in packs like dirty ass wolves. Wolves roll in packs. Young bummy bitches roll in packs, especially the ones that ain't got nothing going for themselves. Walk around the neighborhood all day, walk to the mall, go to a hood restaurant, a hood dollar store, a hood gas station, a hood beauty supply, and just be on bullshit. Broke as a joke. You got 8 fucking snotty-nosed bitches that might have a combined $3 in their pocket, but want to have the hairstyles and the eyelashes and all this other bullshit. Hell no, they ain't got no damn life insurance. Life insurance? Johnson? You heard it. You heard of Johnson? Hell no. Why you thinking one of these bitches get caught up in some bullshit and get sent to the upper room? The bomber get on social media crying about their baby. And the next thing you know, a GoFundMe go up. No. Their whole mindset is shit.
These nasty, undesired women. This is who they are becoming. It's sad. And this is the attitude that they have through and through. I've worked with young girls for years, and they have this very, very nasty, stuck up, entitled, I could beat the world, be scared of me type of mentality. And it's just sad. But I'm gonna share the video for y'all to hear her explain what actually happened, and let's come back and talk about it.
Okay, so I was just in an altercation. I know that there's probably about to be videos of me going around right now, and this shit just happened probably like 45 minutes ago. I went to Five Below to grab some things, and there was three ghetto ass girls being loud as fuck. I glanced at them to see like what the fuck they were being loud for, and I looked away. One of the girls were like, "What is she looking at?" And I didn't say nothing. I got my shit that I needed and left. These same ass bitches followed me to Dollar Tree. I get to Dollar Tree. I'm in Dollar Tree. These bitches, y'all, I can't even fucking talk right now. I'm so motherfucking mad. Like, I'm in Dollar Tree, and one of the girls starts talking shit about me out loud, and she's like, "Oh, she's ugly, da da da. Look at what she got on. Look at her small ass."
All right. I know it's kind of hard for me to say this because I'm not in that gender or not that situation. Just like if it was reversed and it would have been a man by himself and a number of men was antagonizing, because in our situation we don't know what these men have, because we all know in this day and age the men out here in the modern world, they don't know how to fight. They don't know how to square up like real men and just duke it out, take an ass whooping or get to whooping some ass and let that shit go. These sissified ass boys that's raised by you bum ass bitches, you raising sissified ass boys. So they're gonna have pistols on them. So it's a whole different scenario with men in men's situations. And a lot of times men don't want smoke like that, especially if you're outnumbered and you're just in a certain position where you're not even have anything to protect yourself, so to speak. But these bitches, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They have no clue or no care of coming at a woman of their own, older or not, in this kind of disrespect. Because they all believe they can whoop their ass. We've seen plenty countless videos of these women recording each other fighting in the middle of the street, taking off clothes, hair, and all this bullshit. Because they feel they tough. This is the most violent era of the women in our community I've ever seen in my life. Where was this energy of you bitches in slavery? Where was you bitches when motherfuckers needed some help in Black Wall Street, Rosewood? Where was y'all at? Where was that energy? It might have been a different turn of events if the men had y'all fucking help acting like a bunch of bobcats. But at the same time, women was built different then. Y'all not women. You motherfuckers is out here acting, walking, talking, moving like how them girls, them whatever the fuck they are was. Y'all not women. Y'all a piece of shit. You need some help. There's something mentally wrong with this new generation of people, boys and girls, that's coming up. Sorry to say it, y'all. Some of y'all Gen Zers can get offended all y'all want. Some of y'all is real remedial. Like, y'all cracked for real. To do this to a grown ass woman by herself shows y'all some punks. Because if you did it, if you was been by yourself, you wouldn't have had that kind of smoke. So y'all some punk ass bitches. And I mean that literally.
Bun. She's wearing a lot of makeup. So I pull out my camera and I start recording them. One of the girls, she just starts popping it. She's like, "Girl, you're not cute. You're not cute. You're so ugly. You don't got no ass, bitch. Look at you."
I am so sick of this. That is the most slowest thing I've heard our community coin yet. Clocking it. First it was Fleek. And then it was some other bullshit. But you know, Fleek some years back, y'all used to fucking say that shit. And y'all didn't even know what the word Fleek really meant. And if y'all didn't know, you dumbasses, Fleek means that you lightly fart and liquid comes out afterwards. That's what the actual true meaning of Fleek is. So I used to laugh at you niggas that used to say that shit. Like, ugh. Nah, I get it. No wonder y'all motherfuckers be stinking like that. But okay, it makes sense. Anyway, let's go. I'm talking about rant.
Just popping it. Mind you, I don't know these fucking girls. I'm like, all right. Like, I'm like letting them have it. Like, they calling me ugly. I'm like, I'm looking at them and I'm like, okay. I get outside and the bitch with the orange hair that looked like a motherfucking chipmunk, she pepper sprayed me. She runs up and pepper sprays me. And the one with the half up, half down socked me in my eye. They're laughing. They're like, haha, we got you, bitch. We got you, bitch. Haha, we got you. I'm like falling out my shoes and shit. I'm like falling, looking fucking crazy because I can't see shit. My eyes are mad red. And they take my slides, my little slides I had on. They're like, haha, bitch, we got your shoes. Haha. For the girls so it was one lady in front of me in the checkout. And then it was another girl behind me. They both run out the store to make sure, I was good. And then one of the girls was like, "Oh no, you're not about to jump her. Y'all ain't about to jump her." And then the bitch that took my shoes, she gets in the car and she's trying to run the girl over. Like, these bitches are so fucking ratchet. They like threw shit all over my car. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Like, I can't believe this just motherfucking happened to me. I am too motherfucking grown to be going through shit like this. But it's just funny that they think they did something. Like, bitch, you pepper sprayed me. You're a bitch. You're a pussy. Your friend got one little hit. Okay, it's deeper than this. So much deeper. I know it's not because I glanced at a bitch. I literally just glanced at a bitch. That was some pussy shit, y'all. Like, I literally got socked. I got pepper sprayed for nothing.
So y'all see her eye. Blacked her eye. Maced her. She said they vandalized her car. All because she looked at them, because she's looking like, why they so loud? Why they acting all wild and crazy? Look at them, and kept it moving. But even that, God forbid you look, because you're curious as to like, what's going on? But even that, the fact that it's this, we are in a group, we are looking for trouble. We are looking to be big and bad and looking for a viral. Like, I'm telling y'all, it may not be we walk out and we intentionally say, "Hey, y'all, let's go start a fight. Let's go viral." But it's just how it starts. Like, it's just the mode of it's whatever we can.
It's retardation. Okay, let's just call it for what the fuck it is. These bitches retarded. Their mamas ain't shit. And yeah. The only way it's gonna fucking end is if they just do away with themselves, period. But anyway, how's everybody doing, man? hit the like bell on the way in, and subscribe if you are new. I know y'all been hearing about this whole Jordan Pauline thing with these new streamers and the streamer network, and how this broad want to sit here and accuse this other streamer of SA, but the truth came out. He had receipts, and I heard that she now wants to, like, I guess, self-delete herself because the victimization of victimizing women ain't working in this scenario because she ain't nothing but a fucking bust down. So-called supposed to be a singer. I never heard of this girl, Jordan Pauline. If anybody know who Jordan Pauline is, please tell me. I just heard about her from this situation right here. But I mean, I hear she's like a tether that hates black men, but you slept with a black man. You claim you like white boys, but you ain't with no white boys. You claim you asexual, but you having sexual, you Gen Z motherfuckers.
Her Twitter after she got caught lying. Jordan Paul deleted her Twitter after she got caught lying again at 7 a.m. Let me show y'all what she lied about. She posted a photo of a brand new Benz and stated that she got $100K after people kept clowning her because she tried to extort Ty Lil for $2K. Funny enough, she stole that from Google search. She forgot people can reverse image search. They literally found it within 30 minutes. Now she put out a statement saying that she's taking time off because dehumanizing that people keep lying on her and keep on messing with her, that she's taking time off. You just...
Here is another example of a weirdo broad. This is a weirdo. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. You can call it what you want. Black women that want to walk around wearing blonde motherfucking wigs, there's something wrong with y'all. There is something. Yeah, I know what it is. I'm going to start bringing out certain stuff in history to enlighten you on your downfall in today's time that needs to be regurgitated because y'all need some history. You need to learn something. You need to get some kind of education. Because you black as fucking spades walking around with a goddamn blonde wig on, looking like a fucking bum ass black and mild. That shit is crazy. You're not aborigines. Okay. You're not giving homage to that tribe. But yet and still, y'all want to say white women trying to look like us. No, you're trying to look like them. Just keep it a buck. Just keep it a bean. Keep it 100. Let's just be solid behind it all. A lot of black women hate themselves. They hate how they look. Because if you didn't hate how you look, you wouldn't go all out your way with these so-called European standards that you complain about. People saying need to stop looking at European standards instead of being yourself.
Us posted a stolen picture of a car you did not buy. You're the one that put out a whole live talking about you hate black men. And all the celebrities on the internet been reposting it. You admitted that your mad Ty Lil got it for free while other dudes been paying. All that sympathy is out the window, bro. You can't stop lying. There needs to be a registry for people who lie a lot, bro. Just like an offender list, there needs to be a liar list. I do not support bullying in any way, shape, or form. But what I will say is you were leading the front against Ty Lil with false allegations. And now that you're getting caught in lies back to back to back, you feel like everyone's against you. Just stop.
I like white boys. This shit like you black niggas. I really don't. I like white boys. This shit is like you black niggas. I really don't. I like white boys. This shit is
And this right here is just her overall energy, just her overall how she expresses herself, just her overall. See, I get it. Motherfuckers in the male society will look at her a certain way because she does have a certain look. If she wasn't a crazy fucking Muppet bird and she was humble about herself and you saw her physical attributes and shit like that, you'd be like, oh wow, damn, yeah. But she's a fucking nutbag. She don't respect nothing but what the fuck she wants. So she's a piece of shit. Sorry. We're bringing shame back in 2026, y'all. You know how, y'all's society has shamed men for all these years, all these decades. We're bringing shame back amongst the whole board. So be prepared. I know some of y'all don't like it. Some of y'all don't like this kind of content, and other people that does the content that we do, oh, who gives a fuck? Going over there with Sprinkle with her fucking witch looking ass. Going over there with Kendra Sleaze. Shout out to MABW. Kendra Gilliam. Going over there in that circle. Go to the Pop the Balloon, the ghetto ones. Gone to fucking Ashley with her old ass. Nothing against her, but she old as shit. She older than me. But anyway, going over there with them motherfuckers. Go over there, bring back The View. The fuck? Or is The View still around? I think it is. I don't know. I don't watch TV like that. I don't watch reality TV. Try to link up with Erica Mena and all them other motherfuckers. Who gives a fuck? Hang out with Meg and the male horse and Cardi B slow ass. Who gives a fuck? Fuck all y'all. The fucking Glorrillas, the fucking Sexy Deads and all that other shit. Fuck all them. Like really, we tired of it. We don't believe you. We need more people.
beyond disrespectful to me and my moral compass and who the fuck I am. If you know me, you know me. And if you know me, you know I don't fuck with niggas like that. Trust me.
Right. She wanted to try to say bum, broke, nigga. Bruh, bitch. You're on the bottom of the totem pole to the streamer network that Talil is with. You know, he's cool with DDJ. He's cool with Kai Cenat. Them motherfuckers is millionaires. You know. Yeah, Sexy Dead. Yeah. You know, them men is millionaires. You know, bitches like, you know, Cooking with Kaya. She ain't up there. She done fucked up her bag. Bitches like you, she done fucked up her bag. Cause y'all trying to compete with all them young streamer networks and shit like that. Y'all content is whack. It's only so much of looking at your cleavage and your fake ass hair that people can take, man, and you're babbling and your bad grammar. I mean, it's understandable to a certain extent to say bad grammar, but if you're just constantly a fucking numbnut in the brains, who the fuck's gonna listen to you? If you have no fucking intellectual capacity in your goddamn skull, you're only gonna go so far in this shit. And I ain't the greatest. Okay. I'm not the greatest content creator. I'm sure not the most popular. I don't have hundreds of thousands tuning in to me every day and every week. I have a loyal subscriber network I'm getting new ones as I keep going, staying consistent. Um, I'm just not out here just trying to put some superficial narrative to self, elevate myself, so to speak. Yeah, do I want my page to be successful and we can sit back, a year or two from now and be in a whole different level and we doing big things on this platform, of course. But I'd rather do it the natural way. I'd rather do it an honest way. I'd rather do it homegrown. I'd rather do it from the bottom. No pun intended. You appreciate things more when you've earned it, not just because you got some viral moment, so to speak.
I like white niggas. Yeah. If I did talk to a man, I like white boys.
Poor.
12:01.
Poor.
November 8th at 12:01. This is in the noon. Jordan sent me a upside down smiling face. After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Follow me, chat. Are y'all following the timeline? Because I'm only going to come up here one time and say this. Jordan, all of these messages came on December 7th. All of these messages is at December 7th. The Zelle request is at December 8th. This smiley face. She sent this smiley face, right? Boom. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m. After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jordan realized I was not paying it, Jordan sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. Let me make it bigger for y'all since y'all can't read. Boom. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. What? So once Jordan realized I was not paying her $2,000, she sends me this. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. And guess what she did? She showed me who she really was and showed you who she really was. Came to the internet with false allegations, lied on my name. Lied on my name. False allegations ruin lives, chat. You understand what I'm saying? The person that bothered you. So you say, I called her Uber. She didn't want to get a Toyota. I canceled it. Boom. Let's take this down. Look at the time too. At 8:07 a.m. At 8:07 a.m., Talil James called Jordan a black truck. Look at the payment right there. Black SUV. Fare 16.7 miles. $132.89. Talil James called her Uber. Let me just calm down because I'm not gonna lie, this shit is not no joke. I called her Uber. The Uber was $132. These are receipts. These are facts. This is gonna save your life in the court of law.
The
ride was 33 minutes.
The nerve. Bitch, you're trying to get home. He called you an Uber, but you get upset because it's a fucking Toyota, one of the most reliable cars on the market, other than a Honda. I have a fucking Toyota, bitch. Fuck you. Had that motherfucker for quite a while. Still fucking doing what it fucking needs to do. Stick the key in the ignition, turn the key, the engine starts, you put it in gear, and it drives. Brakes work. The lights work. The turn signals work. The radio works. The heat and the air works. Bitch, fuck you. This entitlement behavior of these bums that ain't earned shit. A lot of these women, not all, But a lot of these modern women think they are high on the hog because of thirsty ass niggas. And I blame us for that. Stop entertaining bitches that don't really like you. Stop entertaining bitches just because you got something. Because a year ago when you didn't have shit, them bitches wasn't checking you. Now that you got something, now they all on you. Remember Mike Jones? People don't understand those Toyota cars are the best cars in the world. They last longer than any. I said that shit. I meant that shit. I didn't have mine for 6 fucking years. The fuck? Fuck you. Wanted a black truck, and this fucking dummy then did the shit. But at least he had his receipts. And more that the story went on, the more and more she got upset. Now I'm hearing she's so mad that she want to end her life. That's on her. Good written to bad rubbish. That's all I can say.
It picked up at 8:07. So Jordan left from the hotel at 8:07. Jordan got to a destination at 8:40 a.m. Now, chat. This is where shit get really, really weird. And now things is getting more suspicious. Jordan got home at 8:40 a.m. Oh my God, look what Jordan texted on my fucking face. She's playing with me. She trying to fucking set me up.
Compromise your entire relationship just
Now,
would you compromise your
the
entire
only problem I have, if you saw his whole video behind that, I understand you're pissed off, bro. I think any man would be highly upset if you was being falsely accused of SA. When clearly you have proof, and she said it out of her own mouth, that she's never had a one-night stand before. So that a one-night stand doesn't equate to SA. You know what I'm saying? I would be happy he got me an Uber. I don't care what type of vehicle it is as long as I get home. Yeah, exactly. But see, with bum bitch mentality assholes, they want to live, you know, especially the ones that's, you know, all for social media, all for, you know, this whole circle of content creators that, you know, this younger generation is in. You know, they're all for the flash. You know, you see Kai Cenat and DDJ, you know, the baby daddy of old girl that played Little Mermaid in that movie. You see how crazy that bitch is. You know, and she mad because in reality, DDJ makes more money than this bitch. And her crazy ass sister. Both them bitches is crazy. Have you seen some of their videos they didn't put online? Them bitches is nuts. But, you know, like in any situation, when we meet new people and they got a look about them and you don't really truly vet them correctly, but you're looking at the superficialness of the person instead of really getting to know the person, we kind of get, you know, lost in the sauce with how they look. We get lost in the sauce with how they treat us that initial time. Yeah, DDG. Yeah, that's right. We get lost in the sauce with the representative that they put in front of us when we get in the getting to know stages and filling each other out, so to speak. Not all the way, but some of the way. Then, when they get comfortable, They show you who the fuck they are. And after that, a lot of times it'd be too late because you know already didn't got invested. Shout out to this brother for even having enough gumption to record and keep receipts of his whole interaction with her. Because apparently what happened, they was at a streamers convention. Tasha Knight and all the motherfuckers, they holding in that little circle. They had an after party. They were always at the after party. He basically said that him and this hairstylist was getting ready to jump in the Uber to head back to their hotel. This bitch wasn't at that hotel, but wanted to ride with him to his hotel for whatever reason. You know, when you're well known in certain spaces and there's people that's trying to get into the same spaces that you're in, they tend to want to try to latch on to those that is willing to latch on to them. So either they can get some more notoriety or be on some other shit. She a groupie hoe. So-called supposed to be a singer. Who knows about Jordan Pauline? What song did she have that's out here hitting? That's what the internet is claiming that she is, but not turned streamer, you know, content creator. But apparently she's supposed to have been a singer. Whatever. Apparently she goes to the hotel room with her. She wanted to use the bathroom. Now, the brother right here was willing before whatever happened, was willing to have the Uber take her home because she wasn't staying at the hotel that they was in. She wanted to go upstairs to his room to use the bathroom. Some of us brothers know how that shit goes. I had a situation like that some years ago when I was hanging out with somebody. They was dropping me off at my place and was like, oh man, I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, well, come on in. Not thinking nothing of it. You know, I am looking at her like, okay. And then guess what happened? Shit happened. You know what I'm saying? But thank God I'm not in y'all generation because the shit that y'all got going on with that situation didn't happen in my situation. She was actually a good person. It just didn't last long, and we ended how it ended, and it wasn't no stress or drama behind it. But that's what happened. And she admitted to all this shit that, yeah, she had a one night stand in his recordings. But on her platform, she tried to make it seem like, oh, he violated me until he started bringing out receipts.
Relationship, just to clear your name, because that is exactly what Ty Lil did last night, and I think he made the right decision. If you haven't heard already, Jordan Pauline accused Ty Lil of SA, stealing her phone, leaving her stranded, blackmailing her. And obviously this took the internet by storm because everyone's like, oh my God, Ty Lil's an R word? Like, that's crazy. She even posted screenshots of text messages to one of her friends, pretty much saying that he R-worded her. And he was relatively silent until last night, where he went on stream, dropped so many receipts that absolutely prove that what she was saying is not all the truth. He said after the Streamer Awards after party, he was leaving with his hairstylist. She asked if she could jump in his Uber, and they ended up at his hotel. He was offering to like take her home. She said she had to use the bathroom in his hotel room. He said he got a phone call from one of his friends, and after that she started acting weird, so he started recording their interactions. Well, one thing led to another, and they hooked up.
No. Okay. What happened was she went to his room to use the bathroom. He was feeling a certain kind of way because of how she was looking and how she was dressed. She was feeling a kind of way because of how she was fucked up. They wound up in my O'Shea Duke Jackson voice. After that happened, and after he started recording some of the conversation after the fact, where she was on audio saying, yeah, she's never had a one-night stand and blah, blah, blah. That don't sound like SA. His girlfriend called him. She knew he had a girlfriend. He didn't make it look like, oh, that you was all that to him. She got her feelings behind that. See, I think what she was hoping is that she was going to leave. He was going to leave his girlfriend to get with her because she's a struggling streamer and he's already up there in the game. He's good friends with motherfucking Kai Cenat. He's good friends with DDG. He's good friends with all that circle of streamers that's in that circle that's making millions. And she trying to get in where she fit in. And he was like, whatever. He hit. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't take no effort. And she felt slighted behind that. Like most hoes are that think that they can, get in where they fit in with somebody that got some status, that got some kind of name about themselves that can help them get their status up, get their weight up, so to speak. But she got mad behind that and started acting crazy. That's why he started recording. Men, stop dealing with these bum ass bitches, man. 1. 2, stop dealing with these bum ass bitches, man. 3, stop dealing with these bum ass bitches.
And apparently on the recording, which he showed on stream, she's talking about, I've never done a one-night stand. This is my first one, like pretty much admitting to the deed that happened. And she doesn't sound panicked. She doesn't sound like she's in danger or scared or anything like that. They're just chilling in bed, like pillow talking, whatever. Then he shows the receipt of the Ubers that he got for her to send her back home because she originally was in a Toyota. Then she came back and said, I want a black truck. So he got her a black truck to send her home the next morning. She claimed Tylo broke and stole her phone. He dropped receipts of her texting one of his friends saying that she has to go all the way back to the hotel because she left her phone. He posted screenshots of Zelle requests she sent him for $2,000. In the note, it said for playing with me. So now he's accusing her of blackmail as well. And in now deleted tweets, she said the $2K was to pay for her phone that you broke. I don't know an iPhone that's $2K, but whatever. And after his stream, she has deleted her Instagram. Tylil ended up posting a photo of him and his girlfriend and apologizing to her, saying that he loves her and he's sorry and what he did wasn't smart and these girls are jealous. But obviously, he wouldn't even be in the situation if he didn't cheat. So, like, what a mess. But I'm glad he was able to clear his name because that is insane.
Salute, salute, salute. What's happening? I saw videos on this situation, right? People have done videos, talked about, them and, the situation, the false accusations.
And shout out to Accountability Commentary for putting this video out. This is his page. If you're not familiar with his page, you do a lot of different topics on current affairs and current events. Commentary, shit. I'm tweaking. Accountability Commentary. I'm sorry. If you ain't subscribed to him, go over to his platform. Tell him the Black Bottom Broadcast sent you. And if you are coming in here right now, please hit the like button on your way into my house and hit the subscribe bell and button if you are new. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit so you can get a better idea as far as this whole story. This shit is crazy.
There's one thing that they don't talk about, though, that's very critical. And it needs to be, talked about to help brothers who are in these situations, because what they fail to realize when it comes to these social media streets, they don't want you for you. See, these streamers, right? Especially when they become popular, a lot of these streamers, they become popular in so little time, right? Online, gain a lot of followers, right? And they don't know how to respond or how to act with the social media fame. They don't know how to act. These streamers, right? They used to having nothing. Then, in the span of 12 months, they have millions of followers, supporters, they're getting money now. And what they don't understand is that the women that are in their DMs, the women that are trying to hook up with them, don't want you for you, Duke. They don't want you for you. They want you for your clout and they want you for your money. This is where these dudes be failing. If he didn't have any of these receipts and he was smart enough to have these receipts, he would have been charged. If he didn't have any of these receipts, he would have been charged. He would have been charged. Simply off the fact that she made an accusation and he's a young black male. Just simple as that. That's all it takes.
And just to break that down, that goes in all areas and spaces and places in society in our community, even in the club world. Now, I will say this. There are a lot of women that's in the club world that would deal with the men that's in the club world because of their status, because of their titles. I don't see too many men in the club world jumping all up on women in their clubs because of their titles. But there are a lot of women that are in the club world that be all up in all these bum ass, not all of them are bums, but all in these men's faces in spaces and places because of the status and the popularity of their organization. There are some men that got positions in these circles that if they wasn't in them circles wouldn't have no parts of the pussy. But because they have these positions and this popularity, they getting them hand over fist. The situations that I used to get myself into by my own bullshit decisions was because of my position. They are in the club world for the wrong reason because a lot of them wasn't a lot of them was socially awkward. A lot of them were funny looking. A lot of them were poor. A lot of them were teased. A lot of them were bullied, and it gave them some sort of entitlement. So when they got a little bit of weight up on them, when they got a little bit of status on them, and they got some kind of popularity about them, they let the shit go to their head. I let the shit go. I wanted to keep my shit to it was never going to end. You only care about the numbers and chasing the damn. Exactly. I was chasing stakes. At one point, my organization had chapters in North Carolina, in Minnesota, tried to do it in Arizona. I was trying to do one in Jamaica. Tried to have one in New Orleans. That's what I was on. When I was doing my shit, when I really cared about this shit, I was on some biker boy shit. I was on some Rough Rider shit. I wanted to see my organization in another country, whole nother chapter. That's what I was on. Not 18 clubs in one goddamn city. That shit is remedial as shit to me. Car club, women's club, social club, whatever club. I mean, what the fuck? How many female clubs you gonna have up under your name? In one city. The fuck? That's why they was hating me. That's why that bitch nigga was hating me. And I just gave up on it. Not because I got ran up out of it. I just saw what the fuck the shit was really becoming, and I ain't want no parts of it.
She don't want you for you, Duke. She wants you for your money. She wants you for what you have. So you taking her on a tizzy tour and then sending her away with nothing suggests that she only wanted to hook up with you because she was feeling you. No, she was not feeling you. Let me tell you what she was expecting. Let me explain to y'all what she was expecting. She was expecting him, right? She was expecting him to actually leave his girlfriend so he can start tricking on her. That's what he was expecting. That's what she was expecting. She was expecting him to leave his girlfriend so she can get him to start tricking on her based off of who he was. That's it. That's it. That's it. Based off of who he was. That's what she wanted. She know he has a girlfriend, right? But she like, if he takes her on a tizzy tour on the first night, he'll leave his girl and then he'll start tricking on her. When she realized that that's not happening, when she realized he didn't call her back, he wasn't trying to get into any contact with her, when she realized that it was just a tizzy tour, nothing less, nothing more, then she said, you know what, then I need to get paid for my prior services. I need to get paid for that. If you're not going to leave and start tricking on me, I need to get paid for that. Here's my invoice, Duke. Sending him an invoice for the buns is crazy. But that's what they do. Sent him an invoice. 2K. And when he didn't send it, then that's what she said.
No, I feel your sweetness because guess what? There are some people out here that just got a life outside of that circle. Back in the day, like back in the 2010s, the 09s and shit like that, when it was fun, there were people that actually cared about it and people that actually knew the reasons behind what they were doing. But all of a sudden, after 2011, after 2012, that's when the shit went to shit. And each season, I saw the downfall of it. I tried it. I figured, well, maybe it's just this in particular area because when I used to travel go to other states, go to other events, visit other clubs in other areas, I didn't see the bullshit or deal with the bullshit that I dealt with in my own home fucking city. And I'm just like, okay, it's the leadership that's fucking this shit up. No one wanted to try to change the leadership. No one wanted to stand up and speak on it because everyone felt like they was going to get blackballed. I didn't give a shit about that. Did I deal with my form of being restricted, blackballed? Yeah, the fuck I did. And from what I heard, motherfucker even admitted it. So if I ever see that motherfucker again, it's not going to be a good scenario because nigga, fuck you. I didn't want to ride with your bullshit. I'm my own man. I can move the way I need to move as long as I respect the fucking game. And that's all it is behind this. Respect the game. Respect the rules. Respect the lifestyle because it is a lifestyle. Is it your whole life? No. Is it a lifestyle? Yes. But you need to respect it. And when you don't respect it, you're only going to last so long. So all you bitches that want to listen to that bum ass nigga against me when I was trying to teach y'all something, and y'all, wherever the fuck y'all at with it, just know half the shit that y'all know ain't because of him. And I ain't asking for anybody to give me any kind of ticker tape parade or anything, but just know I taught you something. I just didn't have you out here ass fucking open, exposed, and blind. You took the bait because of popularity. Just like these young ass streamers, they take the bait because of popularity. Men as well. These men, these young boys that ain't had shit, and all of a sudden they got all this popularity. All of a sudden they getting all this money. All of a sudden they get all these accolades. They don't know how to fucking act with it. Just like a lot of these motherfuckers that was in the club world. They didn't have shit. Get them a little title. Get them a little popularity. Now they don't know how to fucking act. Don't know how to hold that shit. Like a real boss, so to speak. Or leader. Anyway, let's go.
Hey, you know what? What she's going to do is lie on him over a tizzy tour because she got cracked and got nothing out of it, and ruin this man's life and possibly send him to prison for something he did not do. For something he did not do. She's a 304. I don't know what they meant by singer. I even saw people say she's a pop star. She is a broke bum. A broke, low-down bum.
Hey, shout out to Accountability Commentary because that sounds like some shit. Like, you been listening to my shit? 'Cause that's what I say about a lot of these so-called modern-ass women. They some bums. Bum, bitch, bad wig, bad eyelash, bad makeup. Some of them badly built ass bums. Want to think that you fancy online and with your doctored, filtered pictures, but in real life, use a stanky pussy ass bum.
Out here looking to get cracked for $2K because the guy that you thought was going to, start tricking on you because your career ain't go nowhere. Because I ain't never heard of her. Don't know any. I'm not saying I check for these Keisha's albums or music, but you know, if you out there and you making it happen as far as musically, right? No matter what algorithm you try to have or whatever, it's gonna pop up. This person sold this amount. This person has a hit. This person, I never even heard of her before. This is my first time hearing of her. Who is she? I never heard of her before. But in that streamer circle, which is really, you know, filled with, you know, they got their own little, you know, their own little circle, their own little, you know, thing going. The streamers, their own little community. Excuse me, they got their own little community, streamer community. She's probably heavy in there because she's probably always on these streamers. Live 304 in it, but he thought that she was checking for him, and that right there can get you set up and get you done in very badly for thinking that these chicks want you for you. No, they don't want you for you. And if you don't do or give them what they want, or, you know, pay them or whatever it is, they will do this to you. This is not nothing new. This is a playbook that they use. This is a playbook that they use. This ain't the first time or the third time. This is their playbook. If they, you know, pursue you, right? If they pursue you and, you know, you're thinking that she wants you, you're thinking that she wants to get with you, if they pursue you and you just, you know, smash in a headboard on her, or, you know, 1 time, 2 times, whatever, and there's no relationship, then she's going to say, all right, well, that didn't work. Now pay me. And if you don't pay, she's going to lie on you. This is a playbook. And here's the sad thing about it, black men. You know what's the sad thing about it? He didn't learn anything from this. That's the sad thing about it. He didn't learn anything from this. This will happen again. Mark my words, this will happen again because he didn't learn anything from this. To take a chick on a tizzy tour, right? Or, you know, as a one-night stand, and didn't properly think about the consequences just because you thinking that it's all gravy because you thinking she wants you, and you all ready to go, and she in her mind is only
right, because like so she blackmailed them. Yeah, and like you said just a second ago, Big Mike. Yeah, some of these younger streamers I don't follow. They're not in my algorithm like that. You know, DDG is not my algorithm like that. Kai Cenat, he's not my algorithm like that. Even though they have millions of subscribers and do plenty of content, in my algorithm of what I look at and what I listen to, they don't come across my timeline. So yeah, I didn't even know who this guy was. Show as fuck didn't know who this female is with this bum ass blonde hair in her head. So I had no clue until like a few days ago when I just got this from other reaction content creators that I follow that was talking about this story. So I was like, well, shit. Let me take a look more into it. And then I started really seeing what this shit was all about. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is some young nigga shit.
A $, and what she can get out of you. And, you know, more women will approach him, right? And more women will try to set him up. And he didn't listen. He didn't learn from this at all. He didn't learn from this at all. I know he didn't learn from this at all. He's looking at it as it was just her. No, man. You're a target now for these 304s. That's what you did. You made yourself a target. You made yourself a target. Now, if what I don't understand about her, and you know, why would she go into a hotel with somebody that she really doesn't know? I mean, she knows him, but she don't know him. But she went to a hotel, talk about she's not really into doing one night stands, put herself in jeopardy, knowing what happened to her sister.
Because she's a whore. Now, I don't know what really happened with her sister. So hold on. Let me hold on, let me see something. What happened to Jordan Pauline's sister? Jordan Pauline's older sister, Melissa Mooney, a 31-year-old model, was found murdered in her high-rise apartment in downtown Los Angeles, September of 2023. An autopsy determined her cause of death was a homicidal violence, including blunt force trauma to her head and neck. Oh, wow. Lisa Mooney's body was discovered by police on September the 12th, the day after September 11th, 2 years ago, during a wellness check requested by her family after they couldn't reach her for several days. Her body was found inside a refrigerator in her flooded apartment, which had parts of the carpet ripped up. On October 23rd, Magnus Daniel Humphrey, 41, was arrested in Minnesota on an unrelated federal warrant and was later charged with the red rum and torture in connection with Mooney's passing. Wow. So after your older sister, and we're not about to speculate how her older sister was moving, what her older sister was doing, because I don't have that information. I just asked, what had happened to her older sister. So if you didn't know, and none of us knew because we didn't even know who this girl was, that's what happened to her older sister 2 years ago in September. So obviously, her sister was moving in a certain kind of way. Her sister was doing certain kind of things. So Miss Pauline need to take heed of how she talks, how she moves, and how she shows respect and the lack of with people out here in this world. Because for someone to do that to your older sister had to fucking piss that dude the fuck all the way off for him to crash out like that. Like, real talk. That's just a summary of what happened. Never heard the story. Never heard the story until just now. And that my man just brought it up. So, yeah, man.
You don't know him like that. You know he has a girlfriend. But why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you go in this room of this man, not knowing that anything can happen, and it's just you and him, and based off the history of what happened to her sister in 2023. And if you want to know, just look up her sister. So that happened to your sister, and you running around with dudes that's in relationships, and you going on one night stands. Yeah, because it wasn't for anything else but transactional, as far as I'm going to do this and you do that and it didn't work out. Now it's time to lie on them. And trust me, black man, trust me. These young males in this streamer community, right? They watching this too. And I'm telling you, they didn't see what can happen to them. They didn't they looking at it and thinking, oh, well, that's just an isolated incident. This will happen to many more of these streamers. And the thing is, the only way this can happen if they stop thinking that these women are there for them. They're not there for you. They're not there for you, man. You got to stop thinking that these women are there for you. You know, I understand you want to pump your chest out and think, yeah, you the ish. You know, they there because they digging your style. No, they're not digging you at all, man. They only digging what you can do for them. If she was really digging them, right, even after, you know, he didn't pay her, she would still come around. She would still come around. Wouldn't have went in on him and try to get him set up. If she was really digging him, right, she would have just been, you know, the Tizzy Tour chick, the chick that he takes on the Tizzy Tour, and that's it. She would have been cool with being a side chick. She would have been cool with not getting paid for being a side chick if she was really digging him. If she was really digging him, right, she would have said, hey, she knows he has a girl, right, but she's still willing to deal with him, right, and she don't have to, and he doesn't have to pay her. No, because she wasn't digging him like that. She wasn't digging him like that. One thing we know as black men, when a chick is digging you, you don't have to do nothing for her. You don't even have to open the door for her when she's walking through a door. You don't have to do nothing. You don't.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna open the door for you, but for the most part, yeah, he's kind of speaking facts. I mean, if a girl really likes you, they're gonna like you for you, regardless of what you have, how you're doing it, how you're moving. They like you. You ain't gotta go jumping over moons and trying to dig up fucking gold in fucking Panama some goddamn where to impress this girl. Just spending time with her and giving her quality time and talking to her and getting to know the person for who they are and accepting who they are is good enough for women that really have care, that really care about getting to know a person as an individual and not trying to get over on them. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. More updates will come on that. I'll tell you that. All right. I know you saw the title. I know you saw about my man, Steve Coakley, God rest his soul. Steve Coakley was a very good lecturer and historian, was involved, has gone back as far as Harold Washington, used to work for Harold Washington, used to do a lot of lectures to uplift the black community on the South Side. You know, back when the South Side was, you know, a place that you could be proud to say that you live on. During the time, well, I was living up north when he was really doing his things on the South Side before I actually came back south. But, you know, during my years living on the North Side, I used to travel and venture back to the South Side to go to different events, lecture events, stuff like that. I've seen Oswald Quasi live and direct having a lecture. I've seen Khalid Muhammad at Chicago State in person. I never saw him personally. I kind of caught wind to him later in the years because I ran across some of his old lectures when I had my original YouTube page that is no longer around. Fucking bastards. But I ran across him like maybe around 2014, 2015, you know, like shortly after his passing. And I just doubled back and was listening to a lot of his stuff that he used to talk about. And he interviewed Khalid Muhammad, and we're going to start bringing up some of his old material because we got to get back to the basics of a lot of things in our community. We got to get back to the basis of self-pride and self-love and self-respect. We got to get out of this whole notion as far as this internet cloud, um, this fake flex that our people are trying to be on, knowing that we're not what we're presenting ourselves on social media. If you can't truly be your honest and true self, then why the fuck you on this platform or any platform for that matter? I'm not here to try to be like somebody else. I'm not here to try to emulate no one else. Yeah, yeah. But see, back in them times, they wanted to fuck Mike Tyson over. Mike Tyson, he got too big for his britches, so they had to humble him. I'm gonna pray for this brother and hope that he can get out of it. But the difference between him and Mike Tyson, this young brother had proof of otherwise. Mike Tyson didn't have proof. If Mike Tyson had the proof, his faith probably would have went a different way, just like Tupac. But shout out to and this is off Steve Coakley's page because he still has a YouTube page that has a lot of his old lectures and stuff like this. This is not a long one, but this is him being interviewed by Steve Coakley was interviewing Khalid Muhammad. God rest the souls of these two warriors.
The other thing, I know you were telling me, you mentioned last week, you told me how they wanted you to meet with Jesse Jackson and the others.
Right, the chief of police kept saying, you know, Reverend Jackson don't want you to be doing this. Does Reverend Jackson know you coming here to do this? And so I laughed at him. But during this past weekend, when the Klan was there, and we went in armed to run them out of town and to do whatever we had to do against the policing agencies that were there who said we couldn't come. None of the Negro leaders were there. None of the big Negroes were there. It was just too hot for them. And the big Negroes stayed out of town. So Jesse Jackson, he's a big Negro. Quasi Fume, Julian Bond, these are Ben Chavis, these kind of Negroes, they don't come nowhere.
Hey, one thing I need to inform you on for tomorrow is one of the things that was mentioned on the show D-Don did, and that also ran real strong here locally, was Kwame Farrakhan. What's interesting is that the policy that they advocate, Toure propagated in the Khalid Muhammad. One of the things I heard Tony Muhammad say, that the minister was reaching out for Khalid Muhammad and didn't get any response from him. I know he reached out for him on numerous occasions, made it like he was always available to talk with you at any time about everything. And if there was a misunderstanding, this must have been something on your part because the minister had done everything that he possibly could have to keep clarity in the forefront.
Well, as I said, Tony Muhammad does not know what was going on. It's a goddamn lie. Don't care who tells it. That Minister Farrakhan has been reaching out for me. That's a damn lie. For years, I called Minister Farrakhan over and over and over again. For years, I tried to meet with him. It got to the point after my assassination attempt with not one public mumbling word was ever stated by him, never spoken by him about my assassination attempt. Didn't come to see me at the hospital, didn't call me, didn't send me a nickel, a penny, nor a dime. You say, well, he ain't obligated to do none of that. Well, I would have done it for him. I don't care what. I couldn't have known that he was in that condition or position.
If anybody followed what Khalid Muhammad was talking about, you know, he got very, very popular when he did a show on the Phil Donahue show back in the day. The whole segment of that show was him. He was looked at in the Nation of Islam as the new Malcolm X, in a sense. He was young, he was charismatic, he was intelligent, he was informative, and he was black as spades. And he shot up in the media in a way that the powers to be didn't like. And the same thing that happened to Malcolm with Elijah Muhammad wound up happening with Khalid Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan. Khalid Muhammad, what video? I'm not sure. A lot of videos of Ice Cube I didn't see, so I can't say per se if he was in an Ice Cube video. He might have been, especially like maybe in the early 90s, early mid 90s, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't verify that right now because I don't know. But you would have to like call out the actual music video and I'll have to check it out and then I can find out what it is. But the same thing that happened with Malcolm. Yeah, he was. Okay. Then you know what I'm talking about. But the same thing that happened with Malcolm happened with Khalid Muhammad, and they ousted him out of the nation because he did a lecture talking about the Jews. And what he was saying in this in particular lecture ruffled a lot of feathers of that community, which got back to the nation. And let's be honest, the nation is not what the nation was supposed to be. That's why even some of the offsprings of Elijah Muhammad left his circle of Islam and started their own circles of studying Islam. And that's what Malcolm wound up doing. It was too true to the game video. Okay. I can see that. I would have to check that video out. I don't think I've ever saw that video. I might have. I'm not sure. But I might have seen that video. But God rest his soul for him. But he's talking about the situation whereas he was somewhere where he was with his 9-year-old son at the time. And the gunman came to try to end his life in front of his child. He had got shot. He got shot in his leg. He survived it, of course, because he's talking about it after the fact with Steve Coakley. But that was one of the first attempts after he broke away from the nation and was starting up his own organization, which he wound up becoming a member of the new Black Panther Party and wound up rising up the ranks in the new Black Panther Party. So if anybody want to go and check out some of Khalid Muhammad's old speeches and lectures, it's still on YouTube. I highly advise you to go check them out. You'll definitely get something out of it.
not go to his aid. He sent his son, he sent Sharif, he sent a few others, but I called him from the hospital. He never called me. I communicated with him. He was right in Vegas, and that ain't too far by plane from Los Angeles. And he didn't come right over from Vegas. Even if he would have been in another part of the world, but he wasn't in another part of the world. He wasn't in Chicago, and he wasn't anywhere but right in Vegas, and he didn't come over. But even after that, my love for the man was so strong until I kept calling. I kept thinking everything was going to work out. And that what happened with Malcolm and the Messenger 30 years ago, that Farrakhan and Khaled could put a positive period behind that 30 years later today. I would call over and over and over. I think sometimes the secretary felt sorry for me. And if I'd call, and sometimes every now and then, I'd call early in the morning, he would answer the phone. And I would get to speak to him after I called many times prior to that. Couldn't get to leave message after message after message. This went on for 2 years. And for sure, a year and a half that I didn't speak to him, except for once or twice. And he set a meeting. Yes, he did, to be specific and clear and accurate. He set a couple of meetings with me. He set one where I was in L.A. and he was going to be in New York. I mean, I tore up getting to the East Coast. They lost my baggage. I didn't have a suit, and I wanted to be what we call suited and booted when I saw him. I went and bought a suit, made the people do the alterations on the suit. I'm so excited, anxious. I'm getting ready to meet with my leader and teacher and spiritual father. I waited that night. Finally, about 9 or 10 o'clock at night, I received a call from Brother Sharif of the Supreme Captain of the FOI that the minister can't meet with you tonight. He said, give him a call later on. And I was so disappointed. Finally, we were about to meet. I kept calling and kept calling. I still couldn't get him. I couldn't get him. Tony knows how this works because Tony went through on a lower level. On another level, Tony Muhammad went through the same thing in Atlanta, Georgia. They would put him out of the mosque all the time. He'd try to get to the minister for some kind of relief. This went on for years with Tony Muhammad. So I sent a letter. But this time I heard about all the rumors that Malcolm's letters were sent. Maybe they didn't reach the message. So I sent the letter by brothers that I knew. A brother in particular, and would ask because his daughter would be there, and he would be there with his daughter, and he would put the letter in the minister's hand, and I want him to see if the minister would open it in his presence, and he did. So I knew the letter reached him. Then I started saying, look, I'm talking about years have passed. Then I started saying, well, I can't get through to him by letter. I can't get through to him through his secretary. I can't get through to him with the meetings that he has set up. He postponed another meeting that I was excited and so happy, looking forward to. I said, I'm going to start going where he speaks and get there early and sit on the front row or the second row right in front of the rostrum, or if it's in a church, in front of the pulpit or the podium. So I'll be right there. If he spilled water, he would spill it on me. And I'll be right in his face like, here I am. I'm here, you know. Will you meet with me? Can you see me? I would get on the goddamn front row, sitting there almost crying openly, but certainly all the time crying inside and sneaking to wipe a tear every now and then so everybody wouldn't see me or see me as being now weak. And when it's over, try to rush.
I'm gonna play this with limited interruptions. This is about a 28-minute interview, so we got about 20 minutes left. So I'm gonna just let this ride, and you getting this exclusive. This is actually a rare interview that a lot of people have not heard between Steve Coker and Khaled Muhammad. You're getting it right here on the Black Bottom Roscast. So hit the like bell, hit the like button, and subscribe if you're new.
To meet with him, he might even speak and refer to me back and forth in a positive manner in the audience. I remember when he came back from his Friendship tour, I was right there at Friendship Baptist Church in Brooklyn. He referred to me and put me in the line with the Honorable Marcus Garvey and Du Bois and others. And then a little while later, he didn't have to be talking to me, but everybody thought he was, including me. He said, if you turn against this, we will kill you if you turn against this. And he went on to say, because if you try to mess this up, you are worthy of death. So everybody said, when it's over, brother, you be careful. Did you hear what he said? I said, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I heard what he said. And he said, what did you get? I said, well, I'm not sure he was talking to me. I don't know. And I was saying, God damn it, he was talking to me. But I was sitting there. His wife, when she turned around, she realized I was there. When it was over, she hugged me, seemed like she was happy to see me. And I thought I would get to talk to him that night. They told me Brother Sharif came out in the audience to that first row or so where I was and said, Minister said, give him a call later on in the week. So I called all that week. I didn't get to him. So finally, the Million Man March was coming up. And everybody was asking, you're talking about atonement and reconciliation. What about Khaled? What about Khaled? Reverend Al Sharpton says that he had conversations with Minister Farrakhan. And he said, look, in words, the people ain't sleep. Those are my words. In words, he said this. He said, talking about atonement, but the people are trying to figure out why you want to, what's the problem with atonement with Khaled? How come you can't get with Khaled? He said, it doesn't sound right. You're talking about atonement, but you can't get with Khaled. There's people, when they were traveling on the tour to pump up the Million Man March, people were asking, what about Khaled? What you talking, all this talk about atonement and reconciliation, what about Khaled? I spoke at Howard University there in D.C., and Source Magazine was present, and they came out with this piece, thinking of a master plan. Can Khalid Muhammad, in words, I don't remember, impact on hip-hop and rap with his Black Power message, about 8 pages. So that night, based on intelligence gathering and information.
Now think about that for a second. Back in the early 90s, there were a lot of groups that was out, that was in the rap game, that was speaking positiveness, like Poor Righteous Teachers, X-Clan, Public Enemy, Arrested Development, Grand Poobah, all these different artists. All of a sudden, of course, we had the ghetto shit like the NWAs, the Ice-T's, and the New York section of hip hop, with Schoolie D's and the Coogee raps and all that other shit. But all of a sudden, the shift of the music changed, where there was no more variety of the art, and everything got concentrated with pimping, hoeing, gangbanging, drugs, violence. And that didn't happen on accident. And now look where the music is with the whole culture now. You can't call this shit hip hop. I can't even call this shit rap. I don't know what to call it. But what I will say, I don't subscribe to it. And I hate that a lot of these DJs out here cater to this music, to people that don't want nothing better mentally and spiritually for their souls to listen to. And it's a shame.
I mentioned Abdul Alim. Dr. Amin as helping to set the tone or create the climate for my assassination attempt, that he was one of them, based on what Minister Farrakhan had told me out of his mouth. When he said to me that Amin called him right after my assassination attempt, Minister Farrakhan said he didn't even know that there had been an assassination attempt on my life. That for some reason he didn't watch TV that evening. He was tired. He went in. He went to sleep. He didn't know nothing all that night. He found out about it much later, and then Amin called in a panic on the phone. And he told him, don't put whatever it was on the phone, come to Chicago. And then Amin came to Chicago and said that he had been talking back and forth to former Minister Abdul Muhammad, servant of the truth Muhammad, slave named James Best, and that they had been talking back and forth, and that they had also met in D.C. at a Lyndon LaRouche conference, and that he thought the conversation that they both had about me, that he might have helped push James Best over the edge or helped set the climate. So I said that night at Howard University, you got an old nigga in this town, old Negro in this town, who helped set the climate, so old Amin Muhammad. And it came out in the Source magazine. So they were having a national laborers meeting, and Tony Muhammad was no doubt sitting in that audience when he said I was there. They didn't bring me in to bring me back. They brought me in and questioned me about what I had said about Amin. And then I told them, none of them knew this. Old Leonard Farrakhan, the chief of staff and son-in-law, the Supreme Captain Sharif, the son and assistant Supreme Captain Mustafa. I don't know who, and Amin was in the room. Everybody else was in the University of Islam gymnasium at the National Ministers, Captains, Secretaries, and all of the National Laborers, where I assume Tony Muhammad was, that he was referring to. And I said to all of them, look, I didn't make this up. I got this from the minister's mouth. I said, but I didn't say that night at Howard University because I didn't want the minister implicated in being the source of the information. And they were all like shocked. The minister said that. I said, I told Amin. It was the minister who told me that you said himself. So they were, and then I got on all of them because we spent a couple hours or so in there. All they were doing was, it looked like Amin was supposed to be getting some money or something from the government for some AIDS research or for this. Then they felt it was going to hurt that, all the different security contracts. And then they were talking about, because the Jews were on them because of me, and fighting them not to have any more federal housing contracts because of this racist, anti-Semitic image that they were using, that quote-unquote, according to the Jews, that was being used by the Jews, so-called Jews. And on top of that, they didn't want Amin brought into court, hauled into court on conspiracy to commit murder charges, they said. So I said, I don't know what degree he was involved. He tried to make it appear that he wasn't. And I said, but when you have an assassination attempt, you almost killed and 4 or 5 other people get shot around you. I said, you leave no stone unturned, and everybody is suspect. I say, but they said, well, the minister's waiting for us in the gym, and he's ready to bring you back, and we want you to work with us on the Million-Man March. And all of the laborers are over there waiting for you, but the minister wants to know that we've resolved this over here. I said, well, I can't go out there and lie. I said, but I will say this. I will say that I feel that it was unfair of Source Magazine not to ask my permission, and that I wouldn't want any unfairness to have to follow Alim around the rest of his life. I will at least say that I told, and I did, I called Source and told them to stop that part. Don't print it. Leave it out. I called them, I can't count how many times I called. Maybe I called 6 or 7 times. and they claimed they would, and then they claimed it was too late. I talked to I can't think of the brother's name right now, who was one of the top editors or something. Then he said it was already going to press. So I said I thought it was unfair when I had tried to stop that part of it, especially if we were all coming back together. So they took me on out. That was enough to clear our leave, if I would say that. So I went on out, and they all cheered and applauded when they brought me up. The minister brought me up. Of course, it was a touching moment for me. There was a while before I could say anything, and I stood and cried. Some others cried in the audience. Some of my staunchest enemies, as Malcolm had during his day, and as Minister Farrakhan had during his day back then, they didn't applaud too much, and they didn't shed no tears at all. I looked for them to study their faces. And I went on to say that I would try to be more profound and less profane. I didn't mean saying God damn it and all that. I meant that which offended whatever the minister's policy was and all of that. Let's be more profound and less profane, I said. And I was officially brought back. I thought the paper came out saying that Khalid Muhammad resumes post, because I wasn't clear, and I called back to headquarters, and the secretary couldn't tell me what my return meant. And I had to wait for the paper. I said, whatever the paper says, that's it. When the final call came out, it said resumes his post. So that put everybody to sleep. All the people stopped asking questions about Khalid Muhammad. We now, right up to the time of the Million Man March, it cooled that whole thing out. But the paper said he's returning as a minister. A minister. I said, oh, this ain't right. This is something funny. If I'm resuming my post, I was the top minister in the Nation of Islam. National assistant. When he appointed me national assistant, he said in front of everybody, there's nobody between you and me now, brother. And he went on to say what kind of minister he needed over the rest of the ministers. And now you have a stern taskmaster. He's skilled in debate. There's none of you who are greater in the knowledge of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he's the best that I have. He went through all of that with all of his ministers. And said he was putting me over the ministers' class. But for it to say a minister, I knew that meant something was wrong, because it didn't say I was being restored to my post as national assistant and representative for him. And I called the next day, and I said, she said he was not available, his secretary, Sophia. I said, sister, that's Sophia. I said, sister, let him know that I read the paper. Let him know that I'm ready. I'm standing by for any instructions. Whatever he wants me to do, I'm ready to do it. Let him know. We had that little brief meeting. He told Sharif and he told Mustafa, his son. He said, I'm bringing him back. He said, the original plans we had for him, who had been my top captain and top minister, to help the two of you bridge the gap between the ministers and captains. We're ready to implement the program now. We can pull the nation together. We're ready to implement the program. And because he said to me, if you want to go on and start your own movement, I won't fight you. And I'll tell them now, don't fight him. He decides to do that. I said, no, sir, brother minister. I want to be with you. I want to be at your side, and I want to help you. And that's when he said, all right, we're ready to implement the program. And I thought that's what it meant. So I kept calling. Nobody ever got back with me. I kept saying, I'm ready to go. But they did let me, when the other ministers who loved me read it in the paper, several of them invited me to their cities right away to help pump up the Million Man March in their cities. But the day before the Million Man March, Attorney Malik Shabazz and I and some others, and Brother Steve, we had the Black Nationhood Black Holocaust Conference hosted by Attorney Malik Shabazz. And all night that night, different officials of the Nation of Islam, in particular Ben Chavis, who I'll never call Benjamin Muhammad, I gotta get, what's his son's last name? Leonard Farrakhan was saying that this is not a Million Man March event because the TV and CNN, C-SPAN was carrying it as a pre-Million Man March event. They were encouraging the people not to come and everything. They had been sending security for me in every city.
So basically, in other words, the nation was playing them for a fool. Basically, Farrakhan was wiping his hands clean with him because he didn't speak to him directly. He was being fraudulent. He was being cold towards him. And it was giving him the runaround, which eventually he wound up just going off on his own thing, his own agenda, and the rest was history. And it's a sad thing because he really cared about what was going on with the plight of our people. He really cared about what was going on to try to help the nation. But the nation was already doing its own thing. The nation already had their own agenda. The nation already had their own outline of how they want to move from that point on. But hey, I hope everyone enjoyed tonight. We covered a lot of things. I'm not going to get into more of the stuff that I did have to discuss because this shit would probably be a 5-hour live stream, and I ain't trying to do no 5-hour live stream. It is the holiday week. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I know a lot of people are starting to get ready, for their friends and families and enjoy the rest of their holiday. So I won't be back until Friday, the day after Christmas. And hopefully at that point, we can really, end the year off on a positive note. I really appreciate everyone that's been subscribing. I appreciate everyone that listens to the different topics that I've done this year. It's been a wild and interesting year. I don't know what I'm gonna do leading up into the new year. I might do like a reaction video as far as everything I've done, which that'll take forever. But I think I might just do like the last live stream that I do for the year. I think I'm just gonna go back to the old school and just talk and just convey with everyone and reminisce about this year and our highs, our lows, everything that we've talked about, everything that we laughed about, everything that we was upset about, cried about, and everything. So, with that being said, shout out to everyone that has tuned in tonight. If you have made it this far, you are definitely a part of the Black Bottom Roscast family. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to come on over here. Check me out. Hit the like button on the way in on my archives. And hit the subscribe and the bell so you can get all future notifications of all of my upcoming shows that I do, in fact, do on this channel. I'm your host, Ross Lee. I want everyone to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. I see you guys on Friday. And we are